sunspot now? What now is a sunspot now? What is it now? Is it on the ground, under the sea? What is under the sea going on down there, under the water down there? Is that under the water right there? Are we looking underwater? Is that on the surface? Is that people right there? Is that people wearing white, people wearing black right there on the ground somewhere out there? Is that people somewhere? What are they doing right there? What are they doing right there? Is that flat earthers looking for the edge of the earth? Is that flat earthers? Are they about to fall into the ground? Looking for the edge. Is that Antarctica right there? Is that flat earthers all gathered together looking for the edge right there, falling into a hole in the ground right there, making the sunlight right there? What is a sunspot? Are you a sunspot? Or is it underwater? Or is it underwater underneath the ice in South Pole? Is that underwater? Is that fish playing under the water, under the sea? There's gotta be volcanic activity everywhere, warming it up, lighting it up. And the ice is just a floating all around, all around. What is it really looking at down there? Is that people down there? Is that fish down there? What is that right there on the sunspot? What is a sunspot? What could be a sunspot? I wonder what is a sunspot? Are you a sunspot? Am I a sunspot? What is a sunspot really? What could it be really? What is a sunspot? No, don't you wonder what it could be? Are you a sunspot? Am I a sunspot? Are we all sunspots? Oh, I wonder what is a sunspot? Where can I see one? Why do they hide everything on the internet? Anything you'd ever want to see is hidden. You gotta look a billion, zillion times over to find anything on the internet. The internet sucks ass. Pretty much. Here's just a still picture that don't tell us nothing at all. Nothing at all, nothing at all. Everything you're gonna find is a whole lot of nothing. About anything you want to look for, all you're gonna find is a whole lot of nothing. A whole lot of nothing at all is all you're gonna find. If you try and look for anything important that you want to see, them might tell you anything at all. If you want to learn anything, you're really gonna have to look a long time and dig deep down in the internet. You gotta go through a lot of bullshit, look at a lot of bullshit if you want to find anything at all on the internet. You really gotta search a lot. Sunspot. X-ray. X-ray NASA. Me, would you NASA me a sunspot? Can you NASA? Show me a sunspot. Would you show me a sunspot? Can you show me a sunspot? Would you just show me a sunspot? Don't hide the light now. Would you show me what is a sunspot, NASA? What have you got, NASA? Anything? Oh, they recommend watching something from 5 years ago. 5 years ago. How about today, yesterday, tomorrow? Why, 5 years ago, YouTube. Smarten up, YouTube. What's really going on? What is a sunspot? What is it really? Don't you wonder? Is it people gathered around at a place in the desert somewhere? What could it be really? Are you burning it up at Burning Man? Making a sunspot at Burn Man? Is that the Sun Man? I'm betting it's under the moon, man. In the South Pole, under the ice must be a light. The volcanic activity underneath the ice in the South Pole has to be the light. Don't you think that's probably the light? Volcanic activity underneath the South Pole must be the light. The ice must float freely and spin around like a clock there. That's about it, got it, is that it? Am I right on track, getting down off the ball yet? Are we off the ball yet? Has the clock quit spinning yet? Time keeps on ticking down every day. Did we find the light now? Is that the light now? What's this now? Activity on the sun. What are we looking at there? Really, anyway? What was that there anyway? What's really going on anyway? Volcanic activity under the sea. We'll see. Could be. What else could it be? What else could it be but volcanic activity put on a ball made to look like it spins on a ball when in reality just the view of the ground is changing. You're looking through a giant lens at it, 10,000 feet above it you're looking at it from. That's why your view of it keeps changing. Cause the lens is 10,000 feet high above. No, it's like way higher than that. You got to remember, you got a level of water, then you got 10,000 feet of ice, then you got 10,000 feet of dropping of the water to the ground. You're probably looking at the ground underneath the water. So that's like 20,000 feet of difference that you'd be looking at the light through the ice. Looking at the sun through the moon, staring at the ground through the ice in Antarctica. Yeah, that's about it. It's gotta be it. Why can't NASA figure this shit out? Why do I gotta figure all this shit out for them? What are they doing there, sitting there with their thumbs up their asses again? Staring at farts in space again, or what now? What's going on at NASA? Are they just sitting around in the office sniffing farts in space? Looking at farts in space again another day. Or are they staring at the sun, staring at the ground, looking at you, looking at me through a glass onion? What are they really up to? What are they really doing? Are you getting down up on Space Island? Yeah, it looks like volcanic activity underground to me when you look at it in X-ray 3D. What's that there? Somebody snapping a picture. Is it a person down there on the ground down there? Is it people down there living down there in cities down there on the ground, underground, under the sea, living on the sun, walking on the sun, moonwalking? Are we? Who's moonwalking? Are we moonwalking? No, now, if you're not on the ice. Slipping and a sliding, moving and a grooving on the ice. If you're not a slipping and a sliding, you're not a moonwalking. Unless you're moonwalking. In the South Pole, are you getting down in the South Pole? Riding all around in a sleigh in a slipping and a sliding way? Or are you getting down with the clowns on Clownball Island, clowning around again? I'm just looking for a sunspot. I'm moving one video to see what one is, what could it be? But will I ever find, is there anything that's in to get it all anywhere? That anyway, right there. What am I looking at now? That looked a little like a something there. Is there something there to look at there? What's there? Looking at the ground through the moon. Looking at the ground through the moon. What's there underneath the moon? Looking through the moon at the light. Looking at under the sea through the moon. What am I looking at? What am I looking at when I'm looking at the ground through the moon? Looking down there, what's it going on down there under the sea? Under the sea, on the sun, what's it going on down there? What could be going on down there under the sea? Under the sea? Is war there? It looks like a lot of war there. Maybe it's war there. Does look like a war there. Don't it look like a war there? Looks like a war there on the sun. It's a war zone on the sun. What's really going on the sun? What is a sunspot anyway? Trying to find a sunspot. Have you ever seen a sunspot? What is a sunspot? Is it war? Is there a war going on there? What's really going on there on the sun now? Who's moonwalking on the water? Water in the fish, water in the plants, water in the trees. Who's getting down there? Where's the sunspot at? Can't find anything on there anywhere. Nothing anywhere. What are sunspots anyway? Don't you wanna know? Don't you wanna know how the universe works? Don't you wanna know what is a sunspot anyway? Are you a sunspot? What is a sunspot anyway? Are you a sunspot? What is a sunspot anyway? Don't you wanna know what could be a sunspot? Anyway, are you a sunspot? Don't you wanna know what is a sunspot? Are you a sunspot anyway? Are you a sunspot? Is he a sunspot? Are you a sunspot? What is a sunspot? What could be a sunspot anyway? Yeah, I'm looking but I still don't know. Could it be something going on in the desert? Some people getting together in the desert, warming it up, mixing it up, having a picnic out there somewhere. Nah. Is it cattle? Is it fish? What could it be? Is it under the sea? Volcanic activity under the sea, fish swimming under the sea, people down there in scuba suits down there. What could it be down there? What could be the light? What's going on the light? What's going on with it? What is a sunspot? Don't you wanna know? Don't you wanna know what is a sunspot? Have you ever seen a sunspot before and wondered what it could be? Don't you wanna know? Is it cattle? Is it fish? What could it be?